Hello team. Today I bring you our fall address, in a different format than we are used to. I very much wish that we were gathered together, discussing last year and talking about our future plans, and then preparing to go outside to gather together as an institution, as a community, and enjoy each other's company. But just like so much of our lives over the last several months have been in a different format, so will this year's fall address. And even though we are spread out across our various campuses and in our separate and socially distant workspaces, I know that we are still together in spirit. I feel our community and togetherness every day. And as I reflect back on the year behind us, I'm filled with such pride. And one of the items that fills me with pride is that we proved a lot of people wrong last spring. All those people who say higher ed is slow to change or that we resist change. Because last spring, we proved all of that wrong. Last spring, we came together in a time of crisis. We came together as a community and responded. I have to tell you, I have never in my life been in an organization where we responded in a time of need like that, where we came together and supported one another. To me, that shows the true heart of who we are as a university. And our campus response to this pandemic also went well beyond our university community. Our IT department expanded the Wi-Fi capability in Pocatello, in Meridian, and in Idaho Falls to include the parking lots so that our students could use those outdoor spaces to access their coursework. But this also made it so that students in K-12 could do the same, and so that members of the public in our communities who otherwise did not have access to the internet would be able to do so. Our theater department spent time sewing masks to donate to people in our community. The Idaho Museum of Natural History used their 3D printer to print masks and face coverings to help medical providers who were on the front lines. Our Kosiska Division of Health Science experts have been part of the district health responses in all of our communities. Their efforts are helping with health policy, with contact tracing, and are working constantly to help us combat this pandemic. So our efforts as a university go beyond the borders of our campuses and are helping our entire society address COVID-19. I am forever moved by the way Idaho State University responded to the pandemic. I am forever impacted, forever changed by what we did. I could not be more proud of this university and of every one of you than I am right now. So to everyone, to all of you, thank you. Thank you for all that you've done. And last year we accomplished so much more as a university as well. And this last year we challenged ourselves to push forward to a brighter future for this university and for all of our students. And we have succeeded. We have demonstrated the very essence of resiliency, grit, and compassion as we upended our worlds to respond to the pandemic. And because of that, we are now poised and ready to meet this year ahead of us and continue to forge a path whereby this university stands as a beacon of stability and hope for those imagining a better future for themselves and their family. In times of crisis such as this, it is often difficult to step back and truly see the powerful impact we are having on the world. So I want to do that right now. I want to take you back to last August, when we not only readied Davis Field for renovation, but we also stood at the base of Red Hill and watched the restoration of the Eye. Two cornerstones of this historic campus made new again for future generations of our students. Not to mention the moment when we truly set a monumental record for ourselves by raising over $423,000 in just 36 hours for student scholarships through the I Love ISU campaign. And I am so proud that Idaho State University last October 14th held our first celebration of Indigenous Peoples Day, an occasion we can all be proud of. And this year, I was deeply moved that as part of a nationwide movement to call out and combat racism that is present in our society and the unequal treatment under the law for people of color in this country, that our very own Bengal student athletes took it upon themselves to organize a rally and a peaceful protest. I was so proud of them that day, and of all the members of our community who showed up to stand with them and stand up for what is just and what is right. As former President Barack Obama said just 2 weeks ago, there is a reason that the Constitution says that its purpose is to form a more perfect union, because our nation is not perfect, and every generation has a duty to help this nation get better. And continuing to recognize and address the racism rooted in this nation is an effort worthy of our attention and our action. I am so proud that our Bengal athletes took a stand to continue to make our society better for all people. And our College of Business and Honors Program students were featured in a PBS documentary about life during World War II. Dr. Alex Bollinger told me that the documentary filmmaker was originally going to have them for a very small part of the film, but he was so impressed with our students that he made them a feature of the program. So congratulations to our students, Ashley French, Daleen Hunter, Sophia Perry, and Catherine Rose for their work and for their book on the subject that is just now being released. And I was brought to tears, actual tears, when I witnessed our first winter commencement last December. When I saw the manifestation of all of the work we did to make that walk across the commencement stage more memorable for our students, and when I watched how much that ceremony meant to them, I was moved to tears. And another accomplishment that I am so proud of, so overwhelmingly thankful for, are the efforts of our facilities and grounds crew. As essential workers, through the stay-home order and throughout this summer, they have worked with so much dedication to sanitize the campus and get it ready for the fall. Please let me say thank you, truly, thank you for all of your work. Now the year ahead of us. I will not pretend that it will not be hard. And none of us should pretend that we do not realize that the upcoming year will be unlike anything we have seen before. There will be obstacles and challenges that will test us. I fully expect that it will be hard. I fully expect it will push us to do even more than we have already done. But none of that worries me, not in the slightest, because our Bengal spirit is more than enough to overcome these challenges and to do so much more. Because this year we will continue to move this university forward. We will continue to focus our efforts and our hearts on the recruitment and retention of students. We do this because our students deserve an opportunity to better their lives through education. We will continue to focus on relationships across this campus, but also with business, industry, and employer partners that our students will go to after that tassel moves from right to left. We will promote our identity and culture through continued focus on our marketing and brand image campaign and the culture building we are doing right here on campus, continuing to build that culture of trust, compassion, stability, and hope in every part of this university. That effort will continue in earnest. And in these times of financial challenge, we have a duty to continue to look for every opportunity to be as effective and efficient as possible. We will continue on all of those efforts to be the best version of ourselves. Now, we had originally scheduled to launch a strategic planning effort this fall. However, to do that right, we feel it is important to be able to do that in person, when we can all be in a room together. And we can also see a benefit of developing a plan after we have a better understanding of how the pandemic will impact us, how it will impact our society, and student behavior in the long term. So we will put the new strategic planning effort on hold, and instead, this will be a year that we will manage a public health crisis, and we will also continue to advance strategic initiatives that will make this university stronger and uniquely positioned to serve our state and region in unprecedented ways. To know more about the details of those existing initiatives, please visit isu.edu/projectcharters. Now, one of my favorite parts about preparing for the fall address is picking a story from history and relating it to our current situation. Well, this year, the fall address is decidedly different, partly because I'm not going to do that, even though, as I said, it's one of my favorite parts. But the reason is this. This year, we are living a part of history. Now, I know that technically we live history every day, but the last 6 months and the next year ahead are going to be a major part of history in our state, our country, and in the entire world. So there will be no historical story today as part of this fall address. And instead, I encourage all of you to understand that we are living in unprecedented times, that we are watching history unfold before us. And when we look back on these times, I know all of us will be proud of the way Idaho State University reacted to this piece of history. We will all be proud of our roar. And for that, I thank all of you. I appreciate your dedication to our students. I appreciate your dedication to our mission. And I appreciate everything you do every day. And for all of us, remember, roar, Bengals, roar.